I think we're live. It's hard to tell.
I have no idea.
Well, things are spinning around. I can't actually tell. Here we go. Okay. So it appears that we are now actually live streaming Facebook, our very first time. We've been talking about doing a live video podcast for the cocktail of the month for our Tiny Sustainable Life blog, but currently we decided to try this at the urgence of friends, family, and the two or other three people that we don't actually know who appear to follow what we're actually doing. So this is a new experience for us. Right now, Miss Mercy is currently frantically, well, not really frantically, she's just kind of easily moving about the kitchen, working on the recipe. This week's recipe is the Amaretto Sour. It's been our cocktail of the month for the entire month. The very first week we did it, we used a pre-mixed cocktail sour mix. It was absolutely one of the most atrocious things we'd ever actually drank. It was really, really horrible. So we decided not to do that anymore. It did remind me a lot of college. Apparently we had no taste whatsoever, and we could do things like, get that. But the next time we did that, we actually, what did we add? We went with our own sour mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went our own sour mix. We still used the same amount of Amaretto, but everything, it was a much more drinkable cocktail. So we're pretty happy about that. This week we're actually going what we call the bells and whistles all in best cocktail Amaretto sour recipe on the planet, according to the gentleman who's a bartender who came up with it. So this one apparently contains a egg white. Is that correct?
Yes.
Contains an egg white. It is hand squeezed lemon juice. It has simple syrup that is homemade. Did we decide it had grenadine or cherries in it?
No grenadine or cherries, but it has bourbon.
It adds a bourbon. Now they actually recommend a barrel aged rye because Cascade.
Just Cascade.
Cascade. Okay, but since we're on a bit of a budget, and it was really only for this particular cocktail that we were looking at that, we decided to go ahead and not go with the Cascade because it's about $70 for a fifth. So we decided to go ahead and use our regular Bullet Brothers bourbon, which is really quite a nice bourbon if you like that kind of thing. And so, like I said, Miss Mercy is getting our cocktails together, and people are probably bored already. Although, hi, Steve McGinnis. He appears to have weighed in, or at least is watching. So it's been an interesting experience. We've never actually done anything live before. So we are actually using very minimal equipment. We don't have anything high end or anything like that going on. We're using the computer camera and the microphone. Miss Murphy's laughing in the kitchen, quite chuckling. But she's using the maraschino cherries that we found that are super swell. Here we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I will wait for you to come back over. Here's actually the handmade bells and whistles version, which has a little. Let's see, it even has a one lemon seed in it.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't think we'll be able to grow anything from these. Although they're organic lemons, we try to use that. I don't think that we've not had much luck growing lemon trees because we are basically in Kansas. Very difficult to actually grow citrus in Kansas unless you're growing it indoor grow lights. Something I'm working on. Haven't quite got there yet. She is giving me the high sign saying she's about ready. Very close to coming over for her screen debut as the mistress of the cocktail mixology.
You could tell them about our upgrade to actual jiggers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So for those of you who you may or may not follow some of the podcasts I follow, things like the Survival Podcast, Living Free in Tennessee, basically they're things that are like how to do kind of regular preparedness with things that you have at hand or things that you have in every, basically using what you have. Nicole Sauce, who actually is the podcast author of Living Free in Tennessee, I highly recommend going to go out there and checking that out. Actually has a book called Cook with What You Have. And so in that cookbook, she talks about substitutions for things that you may or may not have. If you don't have sour cream, here's how to do that or whatever. So in our early podcasts, you may be able to tell I'm actually filling time here, but we actually didn't have what we consider a standard bartender's jigger, which is typically an ounce on one end. It's kind of like a silver cup. It's in a funnel. A lot of times it has an ounce and a half or 2 ounces on the other side. So we actually used a garden rain gauge. We actually figured out what an actual ounce of alcohol went into the rain gauge. Turned out was 5 milliliters or whatever on the gauge. And so for the first few podcasts, we actually measured everything using a standard variety garden rain gauge as our jigger, which really is kind of the epitome of using what you have, because that's what we had. It didn't seem to impact the experience any, and actually quite humorous. But eventually we got to the point where we're like, if we become mixologists, we probably need to actually have some actual tools for the actual mixing of the cocktail. So we actually got ourselves a new cocktail shaker, which is very shiny, very cute. We actually now have a set of 4 jiggers that are basically inverted funnels that are connected to each other in sizes ranging from a half ounce up to 2 ounces. And one thing we don't have yet, we've been looking at, I typically crush the ice with a bag, a towel, and a hammer. Maybe not the best way to do it, but certainly using what we have. We did actually take a tour through an antique shop the other day, and they had a 1960s ice crushing can opener in a really interesting teal blue color that we looked at. It was only like, what, $13 was it? Something like that. I don't know if it actually worth buying that, but nothing in our house is really retro 1960s, but that might be a fun item to have. So we're considering it. So Miss Mercy it's really fascinating. I wish I could go ahead and turn this camera on. I don't think she'd appreciate it, but watching her flit about the preparation area is really, well, maybe I should have those hand gestures on. They're not the ones you actually think of hand gestures. These were quite innocuous. Here she is. Oh, wait, she's going to sit down.
Yay, hi.
Okay, Miss Mercy.
Lovely to see you all. Thank you if you've joined us. We're super excited to do this. And as you've been hearing my husband filling the time, we are super excited to try our 3rd installment of the Amaretto Sour. Yeah, so Bullet Brothers, regular DiSarno, which I don't know if we're pronouncing that right still, right?
It's over there.
It's over there.
Yeah,
and the egg white and the lemon juice. And
we're not pronouncing those correctly.
Yeah, those are pretty standard. But so here it is. Here's what the finished product. This Facebook Live business is no joke. Wait, hold on. Okay, so this on the top of what you're seeing here is the egg white. So it's going to be a little bit of what makes it a little foamy. But yes, Bessie flits, Sherry. You probably wouldn't realize that, but in my kitchen, I do a little flitting. So, and hi, Susan and Aaron. So lovely to see you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, Bessie flits. I see. Okay, there actually is like words. I wasn't looking at that. So yeah, if you guys have questions, go ahead and ask us. That'd be super swell, because clearly I've run out of things to talk about already. But
so if you've read any of the Tiny Sustainable Life blog posts, you know that we are on a journey of cocktailing through the 2020, what did we call it? The Roaring 20s.
Roaring 20s.
So we thought it would be fun to do these cocktails once a month. And so the first one we did was the sidecar, which we all decided was, and the second one, our February cocktail, was the Mary Pickford, which was delightful. And so this is our 3rd one. Now, next month is our anniversary month, and we decided to do.
Are you going to go ahead and spoil it by telling them? Okay, you're going to give them the teaser?
A little
bit. We could just say what Snoopy types.
What Snoopy types?
Yeah, he sits on his doghouse with his little typewriter, and he's always. For the older folks in the crowd, you'll get it next month.
So this
it's a clue.
So this has been a lot of fun actually so far. We've had some missteps, as the rain gauge would indicate, and obviously tonight we were kind of talking about what we wanted to do in the backyard with gardening, and the time got away from us, and it took me longer to put these little lovelies together. But here we are. So,
Diane likes us. Okay.
oh, hi Diane, hi Michelle.
Happy Seattle to you all.
Yes.
Folks.
Oh, so yes. Hello, Seattle.
Oh wait.
What?
Oh, Mel Lang likes our video.
Oh, that's
Hi, Mel.
fantastic. So this is also very fun. It might be a thing we try to do. I don't know.
It's new to us.
Yes.
Clearly.
We
Some people sing and dance for their COVID entertainment. We're just going to drink cocktails and do this thing. So.
It's true. So I know Eric told you about our first go rounds, and honestly, I think we should probably just get started because
Sure.
I'm so excited to try this one. We hope it's as delicious as they say. Ready?
All right.
All right.
Wow. Okay. So this is the very first time you can actually see the expressions as we drink it.
Yeah.
I would have to say it's still better than a sidecar.
Everything's always going to be better than the sidecar.
I'm really not looking forward to the thing that isn't.
So the bourbon adds a little bit of an extra layer of flavor.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the bourbon. It stands out a little bit against the amaretto, which is a lovely flavor as always.
I was going to say, actually, it's not. I think I like the middle one better so far. But
okay.
But I don't know if we want to do another where we have to like hand do the lemon juice. She's not really digging the bourbon.
I just did the hand lemon juice, so it's fine.
No, I'm saying, but if we didn't have the bourbon in there, it might make the difference. Because I didn't mind the one, the last one we did. Right. I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
It was way better than the one with the commercial mix. The commercial mix was actually one of the more hideous things we've ever actually, literally.
On the house.
Yeah, we actually, I'm sure they're a lovely company. We tasted it. We threw it out.
It was really awful.
Because what we've really discovered is that anything commercially mixed is just horrible. Grenadine, we did the same thing. I'm sure it's lovely, but when you hand make grenadine, the difference is night and day. And so we opened up a brand new bottle of grenadine that we had bought at the store. Basically, I think the main ingredient was high fructose corn syrup, which is pretty hideous.
Yes.
And we drank it, and then we tried her handmade grenadine. And we threw the other bottle away immediately because it's just like nobody should actually use that.
Yes.
So
this is growing on me. So this is our third one. This is our third one, and it's growing on me. No,
this is our third one in the month.
This is our first one. This is the first one of these tonight.
If this is the third one tonight, I'm pretty sure it's going to grow on us, and people will be like, I don't think they're talking to us anymore.
So I do think though that of the three recipes that we've tried, this may be my favorite. And I think that it is because it does have a little less of the crazy sweet that you get with an Amaretto Sour. So I'm going to call it a winner.
Okay. I could see offering this. I think our end goal, as we've kind of scoped this out, is we would like at the end of the year, towards the end of the year, to probably have a small gathering of flights.
Yes, cocktail flights. Cocktails. How fun will that be?
And so basically you'll be able to kind of like pick or choose from 4 or 5. We'll make small samples of that. You can kind of taste them. We're pretty sure Sidecar is not going to make that mix.
Definitely not.
I think this could make the mix.
Yes.
I think some people might like this quite a bit.
Yep.
So
this is probably about all we have for this one tonight. Now, we do try to post the ingredients. So if you want to try any of the cocktails that we are trying, you can go to the blog or
Tiny Sustainable Life,
the blog, and find the recipes and links to the stuff that we have purchased and tried and enjoyed. I did go on a little bit of a shopping spree, spoiler alert, because there are a couple of things that I want to try out. And one of the things that I got is...
Let me adjust the...
No.
Oh, you're going to bring it over?
Just bringing it over. Is this bottle of Sazerac rye whiskey. Okay, so you got to figure out which way it goes when you're on camera. There you go, Sazerac rye. It's one of the things that I really kind of want to try is an Algonquin, which has the rye.
Just from a mother, please note it's actually sealed.
Still sealed, okay. not opened. So it's got rye whiskey and absinthe.
Mm.
So we might like slide that in as one of the bonus tracks for our cocktails.
It turns out, though, absinthe is one of those things that it's not a easily acquired, inexpensive ingredient. The bottle we were looking at was, what, about $70?
Yeah, but the guy that was helping us at the liquor store when we bought this, he said he really just kind of swishes it around in his glass and puts it back, so it's more like vermouth.
He said he's had the same bottle that he paid like $120 for like 10 years ago,
Yep.
and it's only half empty. So I don't think it really makes you like lose your mind anymore like it apparently used to.
Yep.
But we may explore that in a future episode.
So what we know about the Amaretto Sour is that it is not a classic cocktail. It didn't come around until around the 1970s. You can improve upon it. We will post the link to the recipe at Tiny Sustainable Life. And we are so excited that you guys have tuned in to watch our very first little Facebook Live. Who knows? Maybe we'll do it again. But, got to stay in the frame. So with that, we will say have a cocktail and enjoy your evening.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Thanks, everybody.